So let me discuss this question. Amma, Indian Constitution strikes a balance between flexibility and rigidity. Now, start that question. Let's keep the time watch now. Stopwatch now. Hope this pace is okay for you. Is the speed okay for you, or do you want me to increase the speed? Huh? Inga, increase? Right, you want 1.25. No, I mean that's the balance, because everyone is not at the same stage of understanding. So that's why I'll try to go through this, and slowly I will increase the pace to the students. Please understand it this way. We'll increase the pace very slowly, not at a single go. Now write it down. So first is, Indian Constitution strikes a balance between flexibility and rigidity. Flexibility and rigidity. Comment. Comment. So your time starts now. Your time starts now. 20 seconds to write the introduction. To write the introduction, what we shall do? Keyword. 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 And the second is subheadings. Write down the keyword for this question in 10 seconds. Please select the keyword. What is the keyword? Amma? Amendment. Amendment is the keyword. And then write the introduction on that. Write the introduction. Write the introduction. 30 seconds to write the introduction for this. It's a very simple introduction. "30 seconds. 10 more seconds. 10 more seconds. Done? Done. Over. Right. What is the introduction you wrote? ISRO friend. What is the introduction?
Indian Constitution is a living document and it can be amended based on situation.
Now let me add this to you. Your answer has to, this is like a thesis statement introduction. It means it has to be a broad statement which has to reflect the next part of the subheadings. Yes or no? So now first think, what are the subheadings you want to give? First is rigid features of Indian Constitution, flexible features of Indian Constitution. Yes or no? Now based on this, you write the introduction. So you want to bring in the great man of India. Okay, good. Next up. Right. So based on the nature of amendments or the amendment procedure, the majority required for the amendment procedure in the parliament makes a constitution rigid or flexible. By this, Indian Constitution is neither rigid nor flexible. It is both. It is based on the importance of the provision of the Constitution. Or simply we can say, the importance of the provision of the Constitution makes Indian Constitution as flexible or rigid. So, it cannot be categorized as rigid and flexible. It can be classified to the context and to the provision as flexible and rigid. Yes or no? Right. So, across the world, based on the amendment procedures, constitutions are classified as rigid and flexible. In the case of India, the procedure varies from one provision to the other provision. So certain provisions needs majority and it is rigid, and certain provisions cannot be amended, and certain provisions can be amended like ordinary laws. Yes or no? This you have to keep in nutshell. Right? So our friend said, Dr. B.R. Ambedkar said it is neither rigid nor flexible. Now instead of that, I'm going to expand it a bit. Now it is hardly 5 to 6 words for me. My objective is to write at least 20 words. My second rule is, whatever I write in the introduction has to continue with my answer next, my subheadings next. Am I clear? And I have to send a message that Indian Constitution is rigid and flexible based on the provision of the Constitution that is supposed to be amended. That is the message I have to send, yes or no? Right. Now I will bring Dr. B.R. Ambedkar, any person from the grave, only in the conclusion. I'll bring a person from the grave in the conclusion, and I underline that. Because while closing the answer before giving the marks, I want the people who are coming from, or else who are the great people who are living in our mind, these have to come in the conclusion for me. Am I clear? So before giving the marks, it has to be like a dessert in your meal. Ardhamayindi, it shall not be like a starter. Starter konjam karanga pedtaru kadandi. How the dessert will be? It has to be sweet. He has to give you the marks. Right? Am I clear, sir? So now, how can you start? What is your answer, ma'am? I'll also take the online people. So if this is the pace, your syllabus will never complete. Right? The syllabus will complete. Don't worry about that. Syllabus will complete. And because when we made the micro schedule, syllabus has come for 120 days. Syllabus will complete. Right? Your Sai, you don't need to worry. The syllabus will complete for sure. Am I clear on this? What is the conclusion we are supposed to give? What is the conclusion? And what is the +1 advantage we can see? So K.C. Veer, a professor by name K.C. Veer, what he said is, Indian Constitution strikes a balance between flexibility and rigidity. Flexibility and rigidity. Now, Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru also made a comment. What Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru said, if you make any constitution rigid and permanent, you will stop the nation's growth and progress. So the constitution has to change itself to the changing needs of the society. The constitution has to change itself to the changing needs of the society. Am I clear?